Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your midday news fix for Wednesday, the 12th of August. Sir John Key says he isn't sure if Chris Luxon will remain Prime Minister beyond today. The Prime Minister and National Leader has called his MPs to an urgent caucus meeting at Parliament following recent speculation about his leadership. The Herald reports both Chris Bishop and Erica Stanford are angling for the top job. Speaking at the Financial Services Council conference in Auckland, Key, a friend and predecessor of Luxon, says the decision is entirely up to the 49 national MPs. He says those MPs will have to live with whatever decision they make.
Whatever they decide, I kind of bleed blue, so whatever emerges out the other end, I'll be cheering it on.
The government's putting $30 million towards growing New Zealand's hydrogen industry. Resources Minister Shane Jones has today announced the investment at a hydrogen sector hui in Christchurch. Rosie Leishman reports.
The money will come from the Regional Infrastructure Fund, supporting projects that grow the sector and attract private investment. Jones says hydrogen could help cut emissions in heavy transport and industries where switching to electricity isn't practical. He says the gas could also strengthen the country's energy security and create new opportunities for regional economies.
Air New Zealand and Air Chatham's have expanded their partnership, allowing people to travel to and from the Chatham Islands and Whanganui on a single Air New Zealand ticket. It comes after whakatane flights were added to Air New Zealand's domestic network earlier this year. The government's supporting the partnership with $465,000 in funding from the Regional Infrastructure Fund. It's also investing $9.4 million into a major wharf upgrade and $5.6 million into upgrading the island's fuel storage and distribution network. The government's attendance crackdown is tracking record numbers of children who have fallen out of the school system and getting more back into class. Associate Education Minister David Seymour says almost 12,000 non-enrolment cases have been recorded this year, more than at this point in any year since records began in 2016. Jamie Cunningham reports.
Seymour says more children are also being referred to attendance services, with tailored plans to tackle barriers to attendance. He says the approach is working, as the government looks to have 80% of students attending school 90% of the time.
A water outage lasting multiple days in Ohakune could illustrate an issue many other councils are facing. Ruapehu District Council is urging residents in the town to still boil tap water before drinking it. Water supply was restored to homes yesterday after it went offline Friday due to a pipe breakage. Water New Zealand Chief Executive Gillian Blythe says ageing water infrastructure is a countrywide problem.
To put it into context, there's something like more than 50,000 kilometres of drinking water pipes around the country, which means there's enough to go round the earth.
To sport, All Blacks coach Dave Rennie admits they'll need to make an adjustment at scrum time after 2 wins from as many matches on their tour of South Africa. New Zealand copped 2 penalties at the set piece during their 54-0 rout of the Sharks in Durban. 2 competing bids might emerge for an NRL league team in Christchurch, with the City Council distancing itself from a leading private proposal. And New Zealand's professional netball ranks continue to face the biggest shake-up in a generation, with a private investor in talks to take over the ANZ Premiership licence. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.